girl. Hey babies, it's Miree. Welcome back to my channel.
Girls all extra fine.
Today, as you can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be doing a girl talk. I haven't done one of these in a hot minute. I asked y'all on my community tab, which by the way, I'm gonna start being more active over there and asking y'all more questions and stuff like that. But also asked y'all on Instagram and my spam account. You should also go check out my Instagram and my spam account. There'll be a link down below in the description box. And without further ado, we can officially get started. I'm not gonna say names. How can you stop comparing yourself to other girls when people point out your differences all the time? First of all, I have a link up in the icon in the video on that up above if you want to go watch that video. You need to slowly start making it a practice to appreciate the things that you have, features that you have, the personality that you have, like consistently in each and every single day. So what I mean by practice is you can write in your journal some things that you appreciate, you love about yourself. You can put sticky notes up on the walls or up on your mirror and stuff like that that you love and appreciate about yourself. You need to consistently read that to yourself every single day, or each and every single time you look in the mirror, find something that you love about yourself, or be like, oh my gosh, I look hot today, I look good today. Like, you need to consistently each and every single day, and eventually it's going to become a habit of where you're going to show love to yourself. And the more you show love to yourself and the more you show appreciation to yourself, the more you're not going to pay attention to what those people have to say or whoever it is pointing out y'all's differences. Or whenever you yourself end up looking at somebody else and comparing yourself to other people, you're going to stop the comparison, and then you're going to end up looking at yourself and appreciating yourself. Once you understand and know that you have worth, you have things that you can give, you have things that you can offer, you have things that are just valuable and of value, and you just love yourself. Once you figure out that you have value and that you are worthy and that you love yourself, like the fact that people are comparing you to other people won't even bother you anymore, because you yourself know your worth. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. How to deal with being manipulated because you're too nice. This has most definitely been me before. Even sometimes now, I'm still too nice to people and I'm too sweet to people. You're eventually at some point in time going to have to slowly but surely start putting your foot down to people and telling people no. And people are not going to respect you. That's something I noticed. If you don't tell people no, and you don't tell people to stop when they need to stop, and when you feel uncomfortable or when you don't appreciate something, they're going to keep pressing and they're going to be pushing and they're going to run a mile with it. So you need to learn to stop, tell them no, be like, no, this isn't okay. I understand. Yes, I would do this. Yes, I would do that. However, this is where I draw the line. This is where I'm done. It's no. It's a no. Stop. And how do you deal with a crush on a boy who you know is not good for you? You don't deal with the boy. Personally, I have gone through a situation where I have been talking to somebody and I've been with somebody who I know for a fact is not good for me, and you have to slowly, like, especially if you're talking to them on a day-to-day basis, or if you have some classes with them, or if you are close to them in some way, shape, or form, you're slowly gonna have to start distancing yourself in order to slowly start getting over them, and in order to slowly detach and get away from them. I understand it can be very, 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 very hard. It can be very hard. However, it can be done. You just need to slowly distance yourself. Stop texting them as often as you normally do. Stop talking to them as often as you normally do, and slowly just break away. That's all I can tell you, that in order for you to get over someone that you know for a fact isn't good for you. How to stop thinking about a guy that you know doesn't care for you in that way. You're gonna have to remind yourself and tell yourself, and to be like, yo, you need to chill, you need to calm down, calm your feelings down, and just check yourself every now and then before you get too far. You need to just snap back and check yourself and have like a, what's the word, like a level or like a plane, I guess you could say, where you just need to control your headspace and control what you're thinking about, and remind yourself, hey, he does not care about you, so why sit there and waste your energy and time? You just need to check yourself, clock yourself, check yourself, clock yourself, check yourself, clock yourself, check yourself, clock yourself, in order to keep yourself in reality. Because I can understand where you're coming from with this. Girls have this bad tendency of, like, they end up making up certain situations up in their mind of where they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with him, oh my gosh, I like him so much, oh my gosh, I want to be with him, and da-da-da, I see this, I can see that, I care about him so much. We make up so many things up in our mind. We end up wanting that to be a reality, when in reality that cannot be a reality. So you need to just stop looking all over and looking and paying attention to him. You need to center yourself and remind yourself and get on that level and get on that plane and remind yourself, hey, he does not care, move on. We need to get away from it. Shaving your back, face, in places no one wants to mention. How do you keep your makeup in gym class if you sweat a lot? Okay, so one, shaving your back. Honestly, it is very hard, but I can do it. I can do it. I have to, of course, look in the mirror and I'm just like, oh, and I'm trying to get into stuff like that. Yes, some girls shave their back because hair grows up on your neck and hair grows all the way down your back. Now, whenever it comes to your face, I personally put a little bit of oil on my face, and I have a face razor where I go through, I pull my skin tight, and I get rid of the hair off my face slowly. But my lips, my sideburns, my face, my forehead, and my eyebrows, above my eyebrows, below my eyebrows, and stuff like that. And then when it comes to shaving down there, I've already done a video whenever it comes to hygiene, and I've already talked about that before. There'll be a link up in the iCard up above for that, so you can go watch that video. And whenever it comes to gym, honestly, I do not suggest wearing makeup while you're working out and while you're in gym class, or like you could be sweaty right after. Like, cause it's like when I was in high school, I would do like little makeup and stuff like that, especially after, like early in the morning, because I had bed and stuff like that. It'd be awful and I'd be sweaty. Don't wear makeup when you're working out. Do your makeup after. Get some wipes, wipe your face, get a fan your face, or get like an electric fan your face really quick. Make sure your face is somewhat kind of dry. And honestly, you need 4 things: a lip gloss, a mascara, something for your eyebrows, and a quick foundation or like a quick concealer. Put the concealer in areas I need to, pop some lip gloss on real quick, do my mascaras real quick, 1 2 3 1 2 3, then do my eyebrows real quick with some gel, and you shave. How to take better care of yourself as a teenager. Truth be told, that was very hard for me when I'm still a teenager, oh my gosh, but when I was in high school, that was very hard for me because it'd be hard to make time for myself because I did so much. But you're going to have to make time for yourself. So something you can start small is make a day out of the week where you pamper yourself and have like a little pamper routine where you do your hair, where you do your nails, where you take care of your body, you shave and stuff like that. This could be the day where you watch Netflix or you eat your food and you just want to chill and relax. I wish I did this because I didn't do it and I didn't really have time to do it. But just pick a day out of the week. Making time for yourself is so important, otherwise you will deteriorate. So what outfits would you wear to school if you want to get fancy but also don't want to be too much? Now, I wouldn't say it had to necessarily do with the outfits, but I do this now and it's very, very, very simple. If I had a jacket or if I had a flannel, I cuff my flannel a little bit, cuff my jeans sometimes too. But also a really, really, really big thing whenever it comes to looking good and like wearing outfits and stuff like that is tiny details. Detail with your hairstyle or putting jewelry in your hair, a little bit of makeup. That could be a little bit of detail too. Something that I wear all the time. Y'all see me wearing jewelry all the time in my videos because those are little tiny details and people pay attention to details. Or it could be a nice top with extra nice buttons, or your belt. Belts play a big part too. Shoes play a big part too. Get some good shoes, like get at least a good two pairs of shoes that you can wear that you know will look good with a lot of your outfits, and take really good care of them. The little things make a big difference. It's tiny details that make your outfits put together. How to hoard off the F-boys. Truth be told, I don't deal with them and I didn't pay them any mind or attention, and eventually they stopped messing with me because they knew I wasn't messing with them. Throughout my junior years of high school, I was in a relationship and it just stopped a little bit, like it stopped a little bit, but then it hit towards a bit of my senior year and all throughout my freshman year and sophomore year, especially my freshman year and sophomore year. People, especially the F-boys from my grades and grades up above, they always tried to mess with me and bother me, and I'm just like, nope, not dealing with it, not having it. And I showed them that energy and they left me alone completely, 100%. They knew I wasn't about it. Yes, some of them tried to be my friends, but they knew like I had it set and had the boundary where it's like, nope, I'm not talking to you, I'm not messing with you. And they understood that. It's like you have to be upfront and honest and stern and like let them know, hey, I'm not messing with this and I'm not dealing with this, nor do I want to mess with you. So can you please, I don't want to talk to you like that. So I'm just letting you know now that's not going to get to where you want it to get to. Thanks, management. How do you let a boy down gently? I love you too. Mwah. Whenever it comes to letting down a guy nice, they be like, hey, I appreciate the feelings that you have towards me, however I don't feel the same way. I'm sorry, I'm really just dealing with myself and focusing on myself. That's what everybody says, but in some cases it's true. It doesn't hurt. You're just gonna have to just be like, hey, I'm sorry, I don't have the same feelings for you, however thank you for being very honest with me and thank you for being very sweet. I don't feel the same, I'm sorry. That's all you have to do. Like, I used to overthink it, but it's just very simple. Like, I used to overthink the most simplest thing. What age should I start shaving? But I didn't start shaving for real until I was in like, what, 8th grade? That's when I was like, okay, I can't handle the hair anymore, mom, let me go get razors. If you're getting tired of the hair and the hair is getting very bothersome, that is when you should start shaving, not just at a specific age, because people grow hair at different rates. However, whenever you feel like the hair is just genuinely bothering you personally, don't let anybody else around you push you to want to shave. Shave when you feel comfortable shaving. Whenever it feels like it is bothering you personally, that's when you start shaving. That's when you want to, if they want to start shaving your vagina, shaving your legs, your armpits, your arms, chest back, whatever it is, do it when you feel comfortable doing it. Don't do it whenever everybody else tells you to do it. Does body count really matter for girls? To me personally, no, it does not. I know a lot of people, guys and girls, who have a high body count. However, I don't care. I can't speak for every girl because I'm just me. I'm Taylor Miree. I just speak for myself. But some girls might take that into consideration and might take that as a big deal if they do deal with a guy or another girl who have a body count of like 10, 12, 15. Some girls do care, some girls don't care. And it's the same thing for guys. Some guys do care and some guys don't care. It just genuinely depends on the person, really. You have to cut off a bad friend. When it comes to this, you can just have a nice conversation with them and be very honest and upfront with them, and I'm sure they would appreciate that rather than you just cutting them off completely. However, whenever it comes to cutting people off and trying to cut people off and people go too far and don't get the memo that you don't have the same energy as them and you want to cut them off and you tell them but they don't care, you're gonna have to just cut them off, not even tell them or explain it to them. That's what I had to do, and honestly I didn't feel bad after I did it because I was pissed off and mad at the person. However, yes, I got over it, but at the same time you're gonna have to sit here and understand that some people will be understanding and you can have a nice conversation with them and be honest about how you feel. But at the same time, even though you tell them that, they may not understand and they may be disrespectful. If you see them in school, you'll walk past them like you never knew them. Gang, better be strong as all get up. You have a class with them, better act like you don't even know them. You better act like you don't even talk to them, or you never even talk to them on a day-to-day basis. Or don't overthink it. What are your views about virginity and sex from a biblical POV, how society views it, and how your own personal experience or view? And would you wait till marriage? It's supposed to be a good thing. It's supposed to be a fun and pleasurable thing. However, whenever it comes to virginity and whenever it comes to a biblical standpoint, I feel like people, it's too much emphasis on it and it makes it seem like a bad thing and it's like an end-all thing. Like if you lost it, you're just doomed. No, you're not doomed. And not only that, personally, I'm not a virgin. Whenever it came to that, I felt guilty after, and the only reason why I felt so guilty after is because from a biblical standpoint, people who are part of the church and just in general put so much emphasis on it, on the girl rather than on the guy, and it made me feel bad. And I shouldn't have felt how I felt after I lost my virginity. I shouldn't have felt like shame. I shouldn't have felt shameful. It's really upsetting how much emphasis is put on whenever it comes to the girl's perspective and not a guy's perspective. Oh, not only that, I'm celibate. When you have felt hurt, like emotionally and mentally not okay, how do you start to build up your wounds and make yourself feel better? I feel like one important thing, and not many people talk about it, give yourself time or give yourself a couple days to just feel bad and to be low and to cry. Just give yourself a couple of days. However, after that, don't let those couple of days push out to weeks, and don't let those weeks push out into months, and don't let those months push out to a year or 2 years or 3 years and so on. You back up and you need to find things that are able to distract you and that are going to be beneficial for yourself. Don't put yourself in like a bad situation or in a harmful situation. Put yourself in good and positive situations. Hang out with friends more. Go to work. Like I said, go to the gym, get a job, something that's going to keep you distracted. It's going to make you some money. It's gonna make you feel good about yourself. It's going to make you feel positive. You just need to find good things and good beneficial things. I also went on Instagram dealing with pick-me-shits. You just don't deal with it. I just can't. I don't even tolerate it, nor do I surround myself with girls who are pick-me's, or even guys who are pick-me's, because guys can be pick-me's too, and it's very much annoying. I don't like being around it. I don't like seeing it. I don't like hearing it. It just takes up, like, it sucks energy out of me. I see it all over social media, and as soon as I see something like that, I'm just like, not interested. Next. We're not dealing with this. I just don't have the time for it. How to manage cramps disrupts my day. It's very hard. There's medicine and there's also teas. However, I'm sure you've also tried medicine and tea. You're gonna obviously have to keep pills with you throughout the day. Hi, Editing Taylor here. Okay, so as you're going throughout your day, make sure you drink water and make sure you watch the pads you are using, because some pads are basically made to cause more pain and have more blood. Like, it's chemicals and stuff like that that's gonna make the period pain and make the period blood worse than what it actually is, and make the period last longer. So use actual organic pads. I highly suggest the honey pot pad, but something that can help you at night, getting a heating pad. I have a heating pad. It has helped me and does wonders for me. You're not supposed to have any lumps in your chest, right, for breast cancer, or is it opposite? I believe that it's if you're going to go and check your breast and you have lumps in your breast, I think that is a sign. So Editor Taylor, go double check and see, and pop back up in here and let me know, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe if it's lumps and your boobs or in your breast and you feeling it is kind of lumpy, and you might need to get that checked out. How to get comfortable wearing skirts and dresses to school. Maybe it's just me. No, it's not just you, because I rarely wore a dress. And I say start with a longer skirt or longer dress and slowly, bit by bit, start getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Wear a certain length dress for a couple weeks, do that, and then week by week or weeks by weeks get shorter and shorter and shorter for you to start feeling comfortable. Hygiene. Best tips of lotion, oils, perfumes in your own opinion. Hold up, child. Wait a minute. So I don't use body oils. However, I love me a good perfume and I love me some lotion. So one of the main lotions that I've been using like every single night, every day, is the Argan Oil. This is by OGX, by the way. This is their Argan Oil of Morocco lotion. Babes, this stuff smells good and it's very moisturizing, very hydrating lotion. And for my perfume, this is Kayali perfume. I wanted to try this perfume for a long time. This is their scent Musk. It smells so good, and this was $85, but it is very much worth it. They're kind of strong, and this lasts a good bit of time, but it doesn't last all day, but it does last for a good bit of time considering how much it costs. Is it weird to want a breast reduction? Not really. My friends, they have bigger chests, and some of them actually want breast reductions because they can't handle it. They have back problems, they get tired of the sweat and stuff like that, especially in the summer. And I'm just like, with the way y'all speaking, y'all got me kind of happy that I have smaller boobs, but it's come to, I'm not even about to sit here and lie. It's come to the point in times of where I'm not really proud of my smaller boobs, and sometimes it's come to the point of where I was like, maybe I should get breast surgery. Like, no, because with the way girls speak about having bigger breasts and how it's not fun for them, I'm just like, it makes me not even want to bother anymore. Do you get sexualized for being thick happens to me all the time. When I was in high school, yes, like with girls it wasn't bad. They'd be like, oh girl, you thick. It'd be a compliment and stuff like that. And even when if it's a girl who is lesbian or bisexual and she thought I was attractive and she saw that I was thick, she didn't come up to me and was disrespectful to me like the guys were. She didn't try to touch me on my butt. She didn't like, dang ma, you thick as fuck. The girls have always been nice and been sweet and very respectful to me. It's always been the guys who are just like, they have to call it out and they have to point it out and they're like, god dang, or like they just do the most, and it would just be so uncomfortable. I've been catcalled all throughout high school. I've been groped a couple times. I've worn a dress to school a couple times too. People have looked up my skirt while I'm walking up the stairs. Like my friends would have to stand behind me just to make sure nobody was looking up. People were perverts, not living up to mother's expectations. I've never gone through this because my mom doesn't have certain expectation towards me, but I do know some people's parents do have high expectations towards them, and I tell them this: you don't need to try and please them and try and like live your life how they want you to live because they're living through you and they don't need to be living through you. Understand that it is your life and you're gonna have to push through and go through life doing what you want to do, even though it pisses your parents off and disappoints your parents, or whether it be something as simple as clothes or something dealing with school, whatever it is, go ahead and do it. Understand that your parents' point of view or opinion does not matter. And where to start building a better relationship with God? Truth be told, it's very simple, and sometimes I tend to struggle with this and overthink it all the time, or sometimes I get lazy, and this is something I'm working on. Basically, it's very simple. Just read your Bible and pray. It's very simple, and be consistent with it. You're eventually going to end up finding him, hearing his voice and hearing how he is and stuff like that, and you'll end up building a relationship with him over time. And how to lighten my bikini area and how to keep my feet moisturized. Okay, one, on lighting the bikini area, truth be told, it's good to exfoliate, and it's good to have a good moisturizer for down there in that area. So what I mean by this is get an exfoliant, like an exfoliant specifically for that area and only that area, and be very gentle with it. Exfoliate first, and then after that, once you're done shaving and all that kind of stuff, or it's just in general you want to moisturize, get some aloe vera gel. Aloe vera gel is your best friend, I'm telling you, and it'll light it up over time. It happens little by little, but it happens over time, and it's very much worth it, and it works. I'm telling you. To keep your feet moisturized, you need, I think it's a pumice stone, I don't remember. All I know is you can get some type of exfoliant for your feet. Exfoliate your feet, find a moisturizer. I highly suggest this moisturizer because this moisturizer can be used all over the body. Moisturize your feet every single night, and then after that put an oil on top of it to keep the moisture sealed into your feet basically. Or you can use shea butter if you don't want to use a lotion. Shea butter is very thick and it lasts a long time. That is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I didn't get to too many questions. I only got like 20 plus questions. Normally I get like 30 plus, but there will be another part of this video in the future, I promise. If you want to check out more girl talk videos, there'll be a link up in the iCard up above for that. If you want to check out my social medias, link down below for that. Check out more videos, more links and stuff like that will be also linked at the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
If you don't stay.